short, and Texas has done it. The comeback win.
And baseball burned by the Sun Devils.
And he sends one down the line in right towards the corner with Carey. Grand slam and a statement from Smaldino.
Well, Nebraska is stopped by Arizona State on their road to Omaha, and it's over in Oklahoma City. The swing for a championship comes up short for the softball team. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Mackenzie Johnson. Both teams giving it their all, but falling just short. Softball defeated by the defending champions, and tonight, the legendary Nebraska pitcher Jordy Fromm is finished with her collegiate career. Channel 8's Jake Holman joins us live now from Haymarket Park. Jake, not the outcome the Husker faithful were hoping for today.
Yeah, Mackenzie, it wasn't. It was another double header for both Nebraska and softball and baseball, and just really a day that was on the line for both teams. And unfortunately, as you mentioned, it did not go their way. Let's first talk about how softball wrapped up in Oklahoma City. Let's head out to Devon Park to Nebraska and Texas for an elimination game. Jordy Fromm, though, got the start in the circle, and she also got this game off to a great start. A solo shot, good for her 20th homer of the year, making history, and it was her first of the postseason. But Fromm had a no-hitter halfway through the 5th inning. Then after a couple of Longhorn singles to break that up in the bottom of the 6th, Texas knocked a 3-run homer over the left field wall to stun the Cornhuskers in that bottom of the 6th. Nebraska had one last to go at it, but that was the ball game. Ground out ends it. Texas wins 3-1, ending Nebraska's season. A historic season it was.
There were 6 teams left standing at the start of this day, and everybody's really good, and I couldn't be more proud of our fight today. So tip of the hat to Texas, but I'm so proud of this team.
Nebraska finishes the season 52-8 overall, and truly, what a season it was for the Cornhuskers. Again, your final score from this contest: Texas 3, Nebraska 1. Jordy Fromm, along with 11 other impactful seniors, all of their careers coming to an end today. Hats off to an incredible season and a career for each and every one from that senior class. All right, moving over now to Haymarket Park. Now Nebraska also looking to keep their dream season alive. An elimination game versus Arizona State. Loser goes home. But the Sun Devils took a 1-0 lead. Bottom 3, Josh Overbeat going deep here, getting the Cornhuskers on the board. But Arizona State brought their bats to Lincoln. They went on to score 11 unanswered runs, 4 in the 3rd, 5 in the 6th. However, Nebraska closed the gap a bit by responding with a 5-run 7th of their own, eventually cutting that deficit to just 3 runs, but their comeback falls short in that top of the 9th. Your final, Arizona State 11, Nebraska 8. The first time the Huskers hosting a regional since 2008, and their season ends right here in that same place. So not the day, of course, for Husker Nation. Both Nebraska softball and baseball seasons coming to an end just hours apart. We are going to hear from the baseball team just in a moment from now, but for now, I'll go ahead and send it back over to you, Mackenzie.
Yeah, not a great ending to the day. Thank you so much, Jake, for that live report. While the loss is leaving a sting, Husker fans are lifting up the team in support, including Governor Jim Pillen. He's posting on social media tonight, writing, quote, "Nebraskans are immensely proud of Husker softball and their historic success this year." Pillen telling the team to hold their heads high. Well, all weekend long, thousands of fans have been filling Haymarket Park, creating a busy atmosphere and giving Husker fans a chance to experience postseason baseball right in their own backyard for the first time since 2008. Channel 8's Emma Norwood has the story after talking with fans about what it's been like. Emma?
For so many Husker fans, this weekend feels like a dream.
Just to compete and have a good time. We're all good.
For the first time since 2008, Haymarket Park coming alive in the NCAA Regional, giving fans and Lincoln natives the chance to show off the capital city.
It's been great. You know, they always give us a thrill, always give us a good game. Happy that these boys made it and we got to host one, and Nebraska fans come out no matter what. So it's been a great showing so far.
Ole Miss, Arizona State, and South Dakota State fans making the trip and getting a piece of the good life.
For me, it's been a wonderful experience. I mean, the facilities, for the most part, the fans. I mean, Nebraska fans really get into baseball. I'll put it like that.
Thank you. Thank you. We tried.
All weekend long, lines wrapping around Haymarket Park as so many pack in to see postseason ball. And the biggest takeaway, being a part of history and the friends made along the way.
Some of the best fans in sports, in college sports, are here.
Hope that they are treated well by the Nebraska people, and that they leave saying, win, lose, or draw, that they had a great experience here and that people treated them well and that they had fun.
Reporting in Lincoln, Emma Norwood, Channel 8 News.
Well, throughout these incredible seasons, our Channel 8 team has been posting, bringing you updates on the best comebacks, historic win streaks, and each moment that's been years in the making. The best way to follow along with your favorite teams is by downloading our Now Local News app. Plus, you can see perspectives from the fans in the ballpark. Scan the QR code there on your screen and watch our sports content year-round. Well, the weather holding up a bit better today for the baseball game, and if we take a live look outside from our network of cameras, you can see a few clouds in the sky around our viewing area, but let's see if this is going to stick around all through the night and for the work week. Here's meteorologist Dominic Ferraro. Dom?
Hey, good evening, Mackenzie. Yeah, we're keeping an eye on the chance for an isolated storm or two. Not everyone is going to see storms tonight, but certainly a possibility, especially for northeastern portions of the state and as you head off towards western portions of Iowa. But as we take a look here in the capital city, so far it's been fairly quiet here in Lincoln. As we take a look over your Barry Law camera, a few puffy cumulus clouds, but nothing's really been able to get going so far today. Temperatures right now at the Lincoln Airport in the mid-80s. It's 89 here at the KOKN studios, and winds out of the south and southwest light between 5 and 10 miles per hour. Definitely a warm afternoon here as we close out May, as we see highs across the state so far in the 80s. Here's your current temperatures: low 80s out towards Holdridge, Grand Island at 84. And again, only getting warmer then as you head off towards northeastern Nebraska there too. Not only is it warm, it's also humid. Dew points into the lower to middle 60s in eastern Nebraska, so definitely feels pretty muggy out there if you are heading out for any Sunday evening plans, so just be ready for that. And we're keeping an eye on a fair amount of clouds across the state so far, but nothing has popped up in terms of storm coverage just yet. But if anything does, we do expect that to happen here within the next couple of hours. If we do see anything, we could be looking at a severe storm or two on our hands, an isolated storm after that. We do have a marginal of a 1 out of 5 risk in place for eastern Nebraska. That does include the city of Columbus, here in Lincoln, Beatrice, and the Omaha Metro. So again, if we do see a storm pop up, could be capable of producing quarter-size hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. But again, very isolated storm chance with that. We'll have a better look at the storm coverage for this evening, as well as a busy day ahead for the start of our June. It's tomorrow, coming up here in just a few minutes.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Dom. New details now from authorities on a couple serious crashes on I-80. The first one out near Cozad. The Nebraska State Patrol says a semi was slowing down in head-to-head construction when another semi rear-ended them. That second semi then going up in flames and blocking both lanes of travel. Now you can see the backup it was creating here in this picture. NSP says 2 people in that first semi were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. But while authorities were cleaning up the crash, a second collision happening there between a semi and an RV. 6 people were taken to the hospital, but all are expected to be okay. Then in Keith County, a dust storm creating a deadly domino effect on the interstate. The State Patrol says 16 vehicles were involved in this crash near Ogallala, and several of them catching fire. Now you can see in the photo the flames and black smoke there from the crash. 1 man was pronounced dead at the scene and 5 others were taken to the hospital in Ogallala, one of which has life-threatening injuries. NSP says it took first responders a long time to clean all this up. All lanes of traffic were closed for more than 6 hours in the area. Coming up after the break, deal in danger? The changes the president is demanding before a peace proposal can be signed for the war in Iran. Stick with us. Still, it's been a week since President Donald Trump said the negotiations were nearing the end, but now he's asking for some edits to the possible agreement. It comes as ABC News is learning more about service members who have been injured. ABC's Olivia Rubin explains where things stand right now.
A week after President Trump said a deal with Iran was largely negotiated, no announcement has been made. President Trump is demanding Iran reopen the Strait of Hormuz, agree to never develop a nuclear weapon, and allow the U.S. to remove its highly enriched uranium. American and Iranian negotiators believe the agreement is expected to extend the ceasefire and open the strait, but not end the conflict entirely. But Iran says its nuclear program, the issue at the heart of this conflict, isn't part of the negotiations. A source tells ABC News several troops and civilian contractors were injured from falling debris after an Iranian missile strike was intercepted over a U.S. base in Kuwait Wednesday. And with the Strait of Hormuz still shut down, the economic pain for Americans continues. This week, the stock market reaching record highs and oil prices dropping on optimism the Iran war will end soon. But gas prices are near 4-year highs, and American consumer sentiment is at the lowest level in recent history. Amanda Hamilton, a single mom in Kentucky, says the increase in gas prices is taking a toll.
I think that there's a huge disconnect between just the regular Joe, we're, like just everyday Americans, and those who hold the power to make the changes that need to actually happen for prices to be lower.
New data from Moody's Analytics shows the typical household has now spent an extra nearly $450 on fuel expenses since the war began.
Gas prices are high. They're not quite as high as they were peak under Joe Biden, but they're high. And a lot of other things are going down.
Olivia Rubin, ABC News, Washington.
With all the uncertainty overseas, the gas prices have been going up and down lately. Now here's where things sit today. Citizen journalist Melanie showing prices at $4.19 at this gas station in Southeast Lincoln. You can scan the QR code on your screen and send in a video to let us know what you're paying all summer long.
And Monday marks the start of June as well as the start of meteorological summer, and the forecast will fit the part here with warmer weather on the way for the next work week. We'll look at several chances at storms ahead as well. More details on that coming up after the break.
Forecast with meteorologist Dominic Ferraro.
Well, we're starting off the new work week here with the start of a new month. Already heading into June, and it's going to be warm out there, to say the least. Here's your 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. The majority of the state with a decent shot of being above average, and already your average temperature here at the end of May heading into early June is the lower 80s. So we're only going to be warmer from that as we head through the first week and in towards the middle of next week here, all the way through June 10th. And if we take a look then across the country, it's a very similar story here. Lots of warmer air going to come on up through the Central Plains, then over towards the Great Lakes, Eastern Seaboard. Everyone's going to be on the warmer side as we head through the start here of meteorological summer. So we're going to be ready for some warmer temperatures and several chances for storms as well in our future, although various portions of the state, and we'll be breaking that down here in just a couple of minutes. But taking a look first in southeast Nebraska, got some puffy clouds out here on your Shones roofing camera. A little bit of sunshine coming on through as well. Warm and humid here for the close of the work week. Temperatures into the mid 80s, dew points in the lower to middle 60s in southeastern Nebraska. So definitely feeling a bit muggy out there. In terms of your temperatures across the state, looks like the highest we got at the moment, 87 degrees out in Ogallala, the lower 80s in North Platte, and lower 80s as well in Holdridge, 84 in Grand Island. And as we head further here into southeastern Nebraska, it's 85 in Lincoln, 84 in Beatrice as well as 84 degrees in Hebron. Winds have at least been on the lighter side, so if there's one thing to take away from this, light and variable between 5 to 10 miles per hour, and hopefully those will stay a little bit on the lighter side as well as we go through the rest of your day here on Sunday. Going to keep an eye on the few passing clouds here for the moment. We're kind of just waiting to see if storms will pop on up here in southeastern Nebraska and eastern Nebraska, really. There's been a couple that have tried to get going in far southeastern South Dakota, but nothing has made its way down here just yet. So we'll keep an eye on that going forward, and there's a possibility then mainly here for northeastern Nebraska as we head through the next couple of hours. But keep an eye on just this whole area here, stretching down from Sioux City down towards Columbus, Lincoln, anywhere along that boundary of moisture out there. We could see these pop on up. We have a front that's just stalled here in eastern Nebraska. That will serve then as the driver for any storms that do get going. But then as we even head towards 11 o'clock tonight, maybe a scattered shower or two in far southeastern Nebraska. But we'll have to kind of just keep an eye on how this evolves over the next couple of hours. But then as we head into your Monday morning, should be a clear start to that morning commute. Keeping an eye then on western Nebraska at first through Monday afternoon and evening. We'll see some stronger storms pop up in the Panhandle and portions of southwestern Nebraska that continue to move off then to the east. We could see a few of these here in eastern Nebraska as they kind of start to weaken through the overnight hours, then giving us some chances for showers as we start your day on Tuesday morning. So have the umbrella handy as we get ready for your Tuesday morning commute. In terms of severe weather potential, though, for tonight, if we do see a storm pop up, we can't rule out that one or two won't be able to reach severe criteria. Large hail damaging winds would be the main concerns, but we're very isolated with these storms. Likely the majority of us will stay on the dry side. Then heading into tomorrow, so Monday, we do have a slight level 2 out of 5 risk in place for southwestern Nebraska and portions of the Panhandle. There we could see all severe hazards possible, but as these storms continue to move off then to the east, can't rule out that we don't see an area or a storm or two that could be capable of producing large hail or damaging winds as they eventually transition into showers. And as we head towards Tuesday, too, another shot at some storms as you head out towards the west. In terms of your Monday forecast, very warm. We're looking at the lower 90s here in Lincoln. Won't get there, though, until about dinner time. Then we cool off with those chances for showers, as we mentioned there in Stormcast just a few minutes ago. Temperatures fairly consistent over the next week. It's going to be on the warm side, though, so I can't say it's a great week to head out to the pool with all those storm chances, but definitely be ready for some warmer weather.
All right, I will be keeping my eye out for it. Thank you so much, Dom. Coming up in sports, both Nebraska baseball and... Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Sponsored by Greens Furnace and Plumbing. Here's Channel 8 News Sports with sports anchor Jake Homan. The Channel 8 News Sports Zone.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome into your Sports Zone Live here from Haymarket Park. Both Nebraska softball and baseball on their seasons coming to a close today. Let's first talk about Nebraska baseball. The action going down right here at Hawks Field. Looking to keep their season alive, though, versus a good Arizona State team in an elimination game. But the Sun Devils took a 1-0 lead in bottom three. Josh Overby going deep, getting the Cornhuskers on the board. But Arizona State brought their bats in this one. They went on to score 11 unanswered runs, 4 in the third, 5 in the sixth. However, Nebraska closed the gap a bit by responding with a 5-run seventh of their own, eventually cutting the deficit to just 3 runs. But their comeback would fall short in that top of the ninth. Their final score, Arizona State 11, Nebraska 8. Their season ends right here in the Lincoln Regional. Now let's talk some Huskers softball. A swing at a championship in Oklahoma City coming to a close today here, of course, on the road. Let's head down to Devon Park between Nebraska softball and Texas. And Jordy Fromm got the start in the circle. She also got the game off to a great start. A sole shot to center, her 20th home run of the year, making history, and it was her first of the postseason. But Fromm had a no-hitter up until the 6th inning. Then Longhorns knocked in two back-to-back singles, then a 3-run homer to take the lead, stunning the Cornhuskers in the bottom of the 6th. Nebraska had one last chance at it in the top of the 7th, but their comeback would fall short. That was the ball game. Texas wins 3-1, and in Nebraska's season, a historic season it was.
There were 6 teams left standing at the start of this day, and everybody's really good, and I couldn't be more proud of our fight today. So tip of the hat to Texas, but I'm so proud of this team.
One thing that we talked about in the locker room, somebody said, Jordy, thank you for coming home and changing this program. And I said, I didn't come home and change this program. No one person can do that. It was the girls who were already here that absolutely bought into what this program could do.
Nebraska's season ends on the biggest stage in all of softball, just one game short of the semifinals. Again, your final score, Texas 3, Nebraska 1. Jordy Fromm, along with 11 other impactful seniors, all of their careers coming to a close. Hats off to an incredible season and a career for each and every one of those players. Now, before we go, Lincoln East Carter Honens taking home the Class A State Golf Championship. That's why he's been named our Athlete of the Week.
The following segment is sponsored by Menards.
Yeah, I felt like my approach play was really good. Putting was great.
Carter Honens, a Lincoln East junior, is your new Class A boys golf champion. Honens shot 8 under for the 36-hole tournament, tying the second lowest total since 1996. But despite capturing his first ever state championship, he says he was more focused on the team goal.
Kind of going up into state, I kind of had a message with the team before the tournament, like, hey, every shot matters. They're not going to give us the trophy right now. We got to go out and earn this.
This is now back-to-back years the Spartans have won the team title. This year, winning it by 6 shots. It's also now consecutive years a Lincoln East kid has also won the individual title. And Honens says that speaks to the program they're building here in Nebraska.
We've been playing with these type of guys all season and every day in practice. So it's like, we know we can have confidence that, like, hey, we can beat anybody out here. It's competing with guys every day is like, now we can have that confidence that, like, hey, we're the best players in the state and we compete with each other every day, and let's just go out and do our best.
Honens and the Spartans will now head into the offseason, working towards a three-peat. And that'll do it for your Sports Zone Live here again at Hawks Field. For now, Mackenzie will go ahead and set it back over to you.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Thank you so much, Jake. Maybe not the most happy way to end our Huskers softball and baseball seasons, but we'll have all of the highlights from this season coming up tonight at 10. That's all the time we've got for you. Oh, maybe we have 10 more seconds. Well, we're going to close things out. We are going to see you back here tonight at 10 o'clock. Have a good rest of your evening.
Plan your next game night out or celebrate any milestone with us, because happy hour is even happier when you're winning. Only at Warhorse Casino. Minutes from downtown in Lincoln.
Let your voice be heard by sharing your photos and videos to the Now Local News app. Earn points and redeem them for gift cards. Scan the QR code to join.
Ernie's Mattress First, your local sleep specialists.